So yesterday being November 13, 2024, Wike was instructed to apologize to the military. He was instructed to redeem the president. He was instructed to redeem himself. He was also instructed to redeem every politician, because this issue has gone beyond. That's what Wike doesn't understand. That the army most likely does not even see him anymore. What they are seeing is the attitude of a Nigerian politician and how others are bound to misbehave going forward. What happened is like a husband who was embarrassed in front of his wife. Respect matters a lot in marriage. That's how military behaves or sees civilians. Now, Wike went there, and instead of him to apologize and put this thing to an end, he created more problem. He went there and began to say that his men were beaten a day before that day. Now, if you knew something like that happened, why didn't you go through the right channel? So you now sat in your office and you said, okay now, I'll go there tomorrow. Let me see who will stop me. And that was why obviously he decided to go there by himself. Now, is that how things are done? Now, if you check this issue very well, Wike actually had a very good case. But his attitude, his behavior ruined everything. He does not even trust his office. He does not even trust the process. Because they have long ago destroyed that same process. And then you went there and began to explain things and created more problem. Now, see how Wike sees this issue. Wike believes that it is a feud between him and the retired general, calling him private citizens using soldiers or whatever to protect private property. Do you understand what he's saying now? Wike went there to say that it is not a fight between him and between the government of Nigeria, understand that word, and the military. That it is a problem between him, it's me and you. In fact, he even went on to say that he has high level support. And that's a misconception. Let me explain to you what I understand and I love so much about Muslims. A Muslim, an average Muslim will do anything. You can insult him, you can do whatever you want to do. But when it comes to their religion, they will unite as one. That is how army, air force, navy, the military, that's how they behave. Wike still sees this thing as a fight between I and one retired person. It is not like that. Wike see, forget that maybe at one point or the other you called one of the generals sometime and said, hey, your boy misbehaved you, and the guy was punished. Do you know what that happened? Or why it happened that way? Because it was in private. It was not in the public. The military would never compromise in the face of civilians. They would never do that. So he went on to say things. In fact, he even said that because he had been warned that this thing can actually cost you a job. And he said it, that I know very well that this issue can even cost me my job. But whatever it is, I am willing to face it in his normal disposition of I do not back down. Obviously, Wike sees this whole thing like a feud between him and PDP. You know this thing you have been doing with PDP. Please, somebody should advise Wike that this is not PDP. This issue is not PDP at all. You are dealing with the military. You are dealing with the Navy. You are dealing with the Air Force. You are dealing with the Army. You cannot survive this issue. These guys have nothing against you. Let me put this to rest. These guys have no issue with you. They only have issue with how the public sees them. All he needed to do would have been to apologize. Set himself free. Set the president free. Set his cohort, the politicians, free. Now, let me advise the politicians who called him earlier, who asked him to apologize, but he refused. You guys should make a press release. Come out as a people and tell the military that we are still very much in respect of your class, of your office. If Wike is not willing to come out and apologize, you guys should come out and redeem yourself. Because this issue is not going to end. See, Wike may not be the one that will receive the repercussion of his action. The military does not forgive. They don't forget. It may not be Wike that will suffer for this thing. It may be someone innocent, somebody that's coming from somewhere that will suffer this thing. The army, the air force, the military, they're not seeing Wike in this whole matter. They're seeing every politician. All of you are implicated. So find a way. You can make a release. If Wike does not come back to apologize properly, You guys should apologize. Set yourself free. You understand what I'm saying more than me. You understand exactly what I'm saying more than me. Redeem yourself. If that land was taken illegally, this does not stop you from going through the right process to redeem it. It doesn't stop you. You can still get that land back. But let the armed forces know that, hey, you have respect for them. That is the way forward. For now, this is what Beaver knows. What do you know?